Good morning, 6th class friends. Today we are discussing about our new chapter, that is chapter number 4, sorting materials into groups. It means how materials are divided into different type of groups. Okay, so let's should we start? And last classes we already discussed about our the chapter number 3. Okay, about the fibers and fabric, and the question answer I hope you already done of that exercise. So now we are starting our chapter number 4, that is sorting materials into groups. So look, the objects which we see around us are made of different materials like wood, glass, rubber, plastic, cotton, and etc. So you know about that. Our objects which we generally see around us, maybe it is made up of rubber, made up of plastic, iron, it means the metals and non-metals, and maybe from the wood materials, it means the furnitures like doors and windows. Okay, so different type of like clothes are made up of cottons and wool, silk. So different type of metals are different type of made up by the different type of groups. So between different type with the different things. Okay, so they are of different shapes, size, and colors. So their sizes, shapes, and colors are also different. For example, table, chair, bag, books, clothes, birds, cars, trees are all made up of different metals. So it means their constituent ingredients are different things. It means maybe sometimes liquid, sometimes solid, sometimes it means gaseous form. So like iron, okay, you know about that. What are the different things are founded in nearby our surroundings? Okay. So how do we group such as a variety of objects? We group objects on the basis of certain similarities and dissimilarities in their properties. It means certain similarities like by the made up of wood materials. Wood materials may be bag, okay, chair, table, okay, and windows, doors are the wood materials. So we have to categorize with the similarities and dissimilarities. The similarities and dissimilarities. Okay, and the type of grouping in which similar objects are placed together is known as classification. So similar objects means like wood materials. We are it is the maybe the natural or man-made product like that. The natural we are getting from the like the minerals, plant products, animal products are three different categories. So on the basis of their similarities, we are just categorized in the different form, and it is known as its classification. It is known as classification. Classification means just classified into the different type of groups on the basis of their made up of materials. On the made up of materials. Okay. So, therefore, the above mentioned objects may be classified as living or non-living. So, we can also classify them as naturally occurring or man-made objects. So, now we may ask, why is it necessary to classify objects into groups? So, why it is necessary to divide into the groups? So, classification makes the study of things around us is convenient and systematic. So, why we need these classifications? Classification. Okay, materials are divided on the basis of similarities. 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 Okay. So, and why it is need? Because our study is convenient, and second thing is systematic. Second thing is systematic. So for these two reasons, it means our study will be the convenient and systematic. So for that systematic, you know about that, like our class subject syllabus are systematics, because you know about that every day. You are not taking books when our regular study in past time is regular on that time. So you know about that every day you are whole books you are not taken in the school. Okay, on particular day you are just having a one type of syllabus, and on the basis of their syllabus you are taking the books in the schools according to subject wise. So that is known as, it means, systematic. And convenient, it means which is easy to do for us. Is it easy to do? So you know about that. If sortings are there, then it will be easy to do, like that. If we are having a wheat, it means wheat grain, it pulses different type of, and like rice paddy field. So if we are just mixing them, then it is not convenient to us to separate it. Okay, so it means convenient, it means it is easy to do anything. So classification makes our study convenient and systematic. Like that, generally we are in higher classes, we are studying about the classifications of plants and animals. So you know about that, when we are divided these plants. So you think about that on the basis of their size, on the basis of their type of leaves, on the basis of their flowers, on the basis of their fruits, on the basis of their grass, roots. So that are the main similarity features. On behalf of that, we have to categorize the plants. So you know about that animals. It means what are they are having the feeding habits. It means the mode of nutrition found in the particular animals. Okay, how can they can locomote? It means locomotes. It means they are having the 4 legs or 2 legs, or either instead of that they are having the feathers. Okay, like in aves, it means the birds. Maybe they are only aquatic or terrestrial. So they are the these are the most of features. On the behalf of that, we have to categorize plants and animals, and like that we have to categorize, it means classify all the materials among in the nature. So you see, it means classification makes our study, makes our sortings convenient and systematic. Convenient and systematic. Okay. So it is also helps us to have a general idea about the members of a group. We come to know how each members differ from the other in the same group or in the different groups. So different groups. So you know about that, when we are telling that wood items. Okay, you know about that wood items. Then your attention is just towards that door is made up of woods. Okay, and windows are made up of woods. Many old time bullock cart also of wood item. Okay, and many handicraft items are also made up of wood and like timber. So this sorting is helpful for us for to categorize the different materials. Like object around us, an object may be made up of different materials. For example, chair may be made of wood, steel, or plastic. So you see, this is in our surroundings. It means wood, steel, and plastic. Three are the different materials, but for three we can use to make up to made a chair. Okay, like different objects may be made up of the same materials, like utensils, parts of vehicles, bridges are all made up of steel. Okay, it means sometimes one material is used to make many usable things, and sometimes many usable things can be made up of even single material. Okay, it means single material can be made most of many things, and sometimes many things can be made up of one, like iron or maybe like steel. So steel is generally, you can see that it's used in bridges also. Okay, steel is also used in utensils, it means vessels, in our home utensils. Okay, steel is also used in sometime in the vehicles also, automobile industries also. So these are the many, or machines also, many machines parts also, steels and iron are used. So sometimes even single material can be used, two or more than two to make a materials. Okay, an object may be made up of a combinations of materials. For example, aerated drinks contain water, sugar, and a gas dissolved in. So sometimes it means object combinations of metals. So you see the aerated drinks. Aerated drinks means like this Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Mirinda, etc. These are contains solid, liquid, and gaseous material also in a single form. Like sugar is a solid, so you know about that carbonate, that water. This soft drinks, cold drinks, water contains this beverages contains that solid also sugar materials. Liquid means water also contains, and gas means that is the H2CO3. It means that carbonic acid gases also can be having in the particular drink. So sometimes the mixture of this different type of states of matter, that is solid, liquid, and gases, also contain in the single product. Okay. So all the objects that we see and feel around us have definite mass and occupy space. So we can say that these objects are made up of matter. Therefore, matter is defined as anything that has a mass and occupies space. So next our term is matter. So anything that occupies space, mass, space and mass, and maybe mass and volume. Okay, so occupy space and mass. Okay, so that is known as matter. It means anything which are having a some space and they are having a mass. It means less than mass, no problem, least mass, but they are having a mass. So all is that is made up of, that is matter. So you know about that atom is a very smallest particle, and that also contain a very least mass, but they should contain some mass. The various objects and materials we discussed before are all matter. Air is also a matter since it has a mass and occupied space. So you know about that. Like example, okay, all are having the mass. So air also is a mass. Water is a air also contains some mass and space. So that's why you know about that. It is also we are including in the matter. So the various objects and materials we discussed before all are matter. Air is also mass. So through we cannot see the amount of matter contained in an object is measured by its mass. It means how the amount of any matter is contained in particular vessels or particular utensils, that is known as mass. It means how much the amount of it contains. Like that, it is which you are telling that it is your weight. That is your actually the mass is there. So like maybe you are 40 or 45 kg or 35 kg. That is, it is your actual mass which is having some space. So that's why you are also you are also included in a matter. It means matter is a things in which we are having at least some space and at least some mass. So they all are categorized as a mass. So you know about that air and water also having some mass and space. And the space occupied by the object is known as its volume, like 1 liter of water. So they are having a volume. If 1 liter water we can it means pour into the any utensils, they will take the same volume of they will take and gain the same volume of other utensils. Matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. So many tiny particles are that is known as molecules. The arrangement of molecules decides whether an object is solid, liquid or a gas. It means how the molecules of that matter is arranged, that is known as a mass. It is solid, liquid or gases. So arrangement of molecules, which decide either any substance is solid, liquid or gas. It means if the substances are very nearby, their particles are, it means the force of attraction are too much close, it means very strong, and the molecules are very closest to each other, then they are solid. And if the molecules are having some place in between them, then they are included in liquid. And if the molecules are having too much space in there, in there they are having too much far places, too much having spaces in between them, then they are included as the gas. Okay, so listen here. The molecules are tightly packed and a strong attractive force acts between them, so they have a definite shape and definite volume. So generally solids have a definite shape and definite volume. Definite shape and definite volume. Definite volume. So solid, it means definite shape and definite volume. Okay, it means if a solid have a same space and same mass will be gained if we are placing at any other place, like a block of bricks. Okay, like a block of brick. If we are keeping in one room, then they are having the same space and same mass. And if we are that block is we are keeping at outside from that room or from anywhere, then they are also having the same mass and same space, because they are having a shape and their volumes are definite. It means it is a constant. There is a no change in their space and mass when we are keeping at any places. So that's why definite shape and definite volume can be gained by solid. Now the liquid, the molecules in a liquid are loosely packed and the intermolecular attractive forces between them are weak. So molecules are liquid are loosely packed and the intermolecular force of attraction, that's are very weak, not very weak, because very weak is in gases, so they are weak in nature in comparison to solid. So liquids do not have definite shape, but they have a definite volume. So no definite shape, no definite shape, but definite volume they are having. It means like you see that any one, you have to take one glass, okay, and you have to take one utensil like this shape, and you have to take one utensil like this shape, okay. So you see these three are having a different shape. These three are having a different shape, okay. I hope you are understanding what I am telling here, okay. So these three are having a different shape, and when we are keeping, so no definite shape, because if we are adding 1 liter water, 1 liter water, 1 liter water to each of them, it means 1 liter in this, 1 liter in this, and 1 liter in this, then you will see the water can gain the shape of the vessels or utensils. It means the container, the shape of container they will gain, okay. It is like the water having the shape of container is like that, then water can gain this type of shape. So that's why liquid are not having any definite shape. So look, if in this we are taking the water, then they are getting this type of shape, and if in this container we have to keep and put the water, then they can get this type of shape. So but definite volume, why it is? Because in this is also a 1 liter water, in this also this is a 1 liter water, and in this it is also a 1 liter water. It means there is no change in their volume of 1 liter water. It means the volume, 1 liter volume cannot be changed, but the liquids can be changed by the definite shape. Their shape will be the change. Like you see 2 kilogram of gas cylinder, 14.2 kilogram gas cylinder, and 19 kilogram gas cylinder. So these all are gas cylinders are having the gas, but you see the gas cylinders and the CNG and LPG fitted cars and vehicles also there. So you see the gases on sometimes the gases can be and take the shape of the container. So we will discuss in the gases matter. But now the liquid, you know about that liquid in bigger tanks, in the lower tanks, in the bottle you are taking in the school, they all are having the definite volume but not definite shape. So for the gas, the molecules in a gas are far apart from each other. There is hardly any attractive force acting between them. So a gas does not have fixed shape or volume. So thus molecule move around freely and occupy the entire space available to them. So no fixed shape or no fixed volume. No fixed shape and no fixed volume. No fixed shape and no fixed volume. Okay. So you've seen that. It means if we are keeping here it is gases, then no fixed shape and no fixed volume. It means gases are not having a fixed shape. Okay, like 1 kilogram gas can be goes to maybe 2 or 3 kilogram around us, and if a 2 kilogram gas which is just leakage in one room, then they can attain only the one room of size. It means they are not having a fixed volume and they are not having a fixed shape also. Okay, so I hope you are understanding about that, how these metals and materials are categorized into solid, liquid and gases, because solid, liquid and gases are all are matters, and from the matters we can make a materials. We can make a materials, and materials are the different types. Okay, materials are the different types, maybe natural and maybe the artificial. And you know about that, for materials we have to classify them. We have to classify them. On the classification, metals are divided on the base of their similarities. Their matter on the similarities. Like, and by the similarities we have to classify and see in the form of convenient and in the form of systematic. So when we are studying about this convenient and systematic study, so classification is a very must and necessary thing for us. Now, materials, all objects are made up of substance called materials. It means all objects are generally made up of materials, and these materials are used by us like metals, object utensils. It means what are the materials and what are the type of objects we can made by them. So glass, we can form a mirror. Ceramic, that is like a china clay, we can make a plate, and you know about that. Many different type of ceramic, I mean crockery items can be made up by the ceramics. Wood, we can form the table, fiber, clothes, plastic and bottle. So these are the different things we can make by them. Now next is activity 4.1. So here these are divided of the 1 to 4 are different groups. Okay. So first group, second group, third group and group number 4. So table below are showing the different type of group. The first two groups have been classified for you. It means first already classified for us. So can you classify the last two? It means third and fourth. So first it means A, B, C and D. So A and C are living things and B and D are non-living things. Like A and B are, here A and C are edible things and non-edible things. Okay, so like that we have to categorize into the classified. Like A and C are made by wood. Okay, made by wood, and B and D are made by metals. So you can feel here wood and metals. Okay, group number 4. Like A and C are spherical. A and C are spherical, and B and D are non-spherical. Spherical means round in shape. Okay, so many things on the basis of that we can categorize all the matters around us. Okay, so objects in the table who were classified based on a single feature, who can also classify group based on more than one feature. It means one material can be classified into the many different type of features on the basis of different type of feature. For example, objects present in group 2 of the table can also be classified as objects made of wood, chair, desk, and those do not made of wood, edible items. Thus we see that all objects around us are made up of one or more materials. They look different and have properties different from each other. It means we see all objects around us are made of one or more metal. It means like chair is made up of some iron nails and some wooden things and color and different type of dyes also. So sometimes the one metal is maybe made up of maybe 2 or 3 different type of metals, and have a different properties from each other, and they are having a different properties from each other. Like the properties of materials. So look the properties of materials. The characteristics of materials that enable us to. So now the properties of materials. 1 minute. Okay. Properties of materials we have to start. So you know about that. what is the properties of materials? What is the properties? It means what we can sometimes we can distinguish among between them on the basis of their color, on the basis of their hardness, on the basis of their flexibility, on the basis of their sonority. It means they are making a ringing a sound or not. They are having a lustrous. It means they are having a shiny appearance or not. Sometimes they are brittle. It means one time they are just fall down. They are converted into the mix or sandy or powder form or not. So many are the properties on the basis of like sometimes materials are transparent, opaque or translucent are also there. So on the basis of it means their hardness also. Okay, so these are the many things on the basis of we can categorize or we can distinguish among the properties of materials. So properties of materials we have to start now, and one property we have to study here, that is properties of materials. Properties of materials. So in this properties of materials we are studying, first is appearance. First is appearance means how they look. Okay. First is that appearance means how they look. So look, properties of materials. The characteristics of materials that enable us to separate one object from the other are its properties. It means how can we distinguish among one matter is a different from to other matter, to other material or other matter. That is the properties. That is the properties. It means how we can distinguish among one is different and another. It means what are the dissimilarities among them. Okay, what are the dissimilarities among them? The properties of materials decide how and for what purpose they can be used. It means what are the use of that properties, that metals and materials. For example, wood or steel would be the most suitable materials for making a cupboard, but not clothes. So you know about that. Which matter is used for which type of product is generally depend upon that. So like making a cupboard, but not clothes. Some of the properties of material are discussed below. Some of the properties are discussed below. Like first is appearance. First is appearance. Appearance means how they look. How they look. It means when we are looking at the objects, how they look. Some harder, it means shiny appearance or not, or like that. So it is the extremely property of matter that distinguishes one metal from the other. How things appear to the eyes. How things appear to the eyes. It means appearance means how things appear to the eyes. It means how they look or how the things appear to the eyes. Metals like iron, copper, aluminum, gold, etc. have a shiny surfaces, and this characteristic of metal is known as a luster. Luster means shiny appearance. Metals like wood, plastic, paper or rubber do not possess luster and appear dull, so they are known as a non-metals. So they are known as a non-metals because they are not having a luster and dull surface. Dull appearance means they are not a good looking and they are not having some shiny appearance. You know about that in marketplaces, for making a shiny, that they are generally glow the light at the daytime. It means if there is look like a shiny, then it will be a good to sell for that particular product. Okay, and they are using that glass at the side, that because glass makes some shiny appearance in that. So when metals are exposed to air, most of them lost their luster and get tarnished due to the action of air and moisture. Because metals are generally can be tarnished. Tarnished means it can be easily having a rusting. Okay, rusting means the formation of the oxide layer on that, and due to that they got easily rusted. Okay, and on polishing or rubbing the surface with the sandpaper, they regain their luster once again. Okay, and if we are rubbing the sandpaper, then once again they are getting the good shiny appearance. Freshly cut metals therefore appear shiny. Freshly cut metals, because they are now no longer to in the with the contact with the air. That's why they are freshly cut metals are generally good to see as a lustrous appearance. Gold does not lose its shine and exposure to air, so ornaments made of these metals remain sparkling throughout. It means generally gold cannot lose their or lose their shiny appearance. That's why generally the ornaments and sometimes silver also. So that's why the ornaments are generally made up of with the help of gold and silver. Okay, so this is our appearance. How do they look? The second one is hardness. We will study in our next video classes. Okay, so thank you.